I'm Evan. I play guitar in the band Pangaea.
Okay, so before we actually get down to that Pangaea thing, 'cause this is all about Pangaea today, but you should check out To Set Ablaze. They have an album coming out. I don't know, have you heard of them?
Yeah, for sure. Mike, our vocalist, actually did guest vocals on their release. So
Yeah, which song do you do guest vocals on?
I don't know the name actually.
All right,
forgot the
I've
name.
had the access to it for about a month now. It's really awesome.
Okay,
and I've been
sweet.
meaning to do some sort of review for it. This is like the best I can come up with because things went weird. But
Yeah, for sure.
so go check out that album. It's really awesome. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
those,
blog on it.
those guys are awesome. We played with them a couple times.
Yeah, I
They're
really like them.
really
One of the
cool
first
dudes.
local bands I saw, so they kind of got me into this. So
Sweet.
you should thank them.
Yeah.
But anyways, so let's talk about Pangaea. You guys
Yeah.
have been doing some pretty good things.
Yeah, I mean, we started earlier this year. Right now, we're kind of in a weird spot because two of our members are in Nashville, completing their schooling, doing internships, which is awesome for them. But so the summer's been a little slow. But Trey, our other guitarist, is coming back in August to do a 2-week tour with Render the Wastelands. So we're getting prepared for that and ready to play shows again. Once he's done with his internship, then everybody's done with school. We'll be able to focus more time on the band and hit the road, play more. So
Yeah.
that's the plan.
So you're here for a tour. I don't remember which tour it was. Was it the Render the Wastelands tour, or
Yeah.
is it a later one?
Actually, before that, we're hitting the road just for a week with our buddies from Iowa. They Will Repent.
Okay.
They're really awesome. So we're I'm actually in Madison today to practice with Steve and Sarah from the Fine Constant. They're actually
okay.
filling in for that week because Trey's gone, and playing with one guitar is not cool. So
Especially for you guys, because you have a lot of like. Really...
yeah, and we don't want to do the whole backtrack thing and everything. So so yeah, it's awesome that they agreed to help out, and
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, I lucked out with that.
It's too bad you guys were out of town because we wanted you guys to play the show, but it was, things went bad, but it was still a fun show. Hopefully, we can play next year or
Yeah.
my anniversary show. Look forward to that, people.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So let's talk about Pangaea. Just like, how did you guys get started, and how was it like trying to find your footing in the local scene?
Yeah, for sure. Well, actually, before Pangaea, 4 of us, is me, Mike, Trey, and Spencer. We're in a band called The End Result. Trey, Spencer, and I all went to college in Oshkosh, so that's how we met each other. We started jamming. I wrote the music for that band, and we, it was fun. We would have class during the week, and the weekends we'd pile into Mike's van and go play shows. So that was a great time. And once Spencer and I graduated, he got married. I was doing an internship in New York. Everybody was doing their own thing, and we just kind of all said, let's take a break from the music for a while. And during that break, Trey, our other guitar player, wrote a bunch of stuff, awesome, crazy stuff. It's a lot different than The End Result, which is now the Pangaea music that we play. And so when I came back from New York, we practiced a ton. We picked up Nate, who plays guitar in Mammoth. He's our drummer, which we're lucky to grab him. He's an awesome guy, great drummer. So after a couple months of practicing really hard, we played our first show in January. And so since then, we've been playing as much as we can. We did a week-long run, went out to New York, which was awesome. It was really fun. And so once Trey's done with school, we're excited to get things rolling again and play as much as we can.
So how long have you guys actually been a band? I'm curious.
For Pangaea?
Yeah.
We started practicing like November, I think, of last year. And so we played our first show in January. So we've been playing shows for about 7 months now, I guess.
It's really impressive.
So yeah, thanks. I mean, we're all really familiar with each other and how everybody's style and how we work together. So it was basically just learning the music, and we all were used to playing with each other except for Nate. But we knew Nate previously, so it was a really easy fit for him.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. When I met Chris Browning from the Ocean Above Us, you'll check out that band too.
Yeah.
He was met him like episode 4 or 5, and he started doing some editing stuff, which just kind of helped a lot.
That's awesome.
And he said you guys were one of the bands I should keep an eye out for. So I kind of was like expecting to be like a lot older, but I didn't know you started playing right about the time the Matt Underground started. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have really good music.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's all Trey. Credit to him. So it's he's crazy. Yeah, he writes crazy stuff.
Yeah. So like, I've noticed it like in your album, everything has like that really nice, almost not double entendre, but really good like meanings and stuff behind it. Is that like important, or is that like a part of the whole thing, or is it just kind of?
Yeah. Yeah, it's super important. That's more of Mike's territory, writing the lyrics and stuff. But I know with this project, he really wanted to delve into deeper lyrics. I mean, with the end result, we did like a concept album about 2012 and the end of the world and stuff. So, I mean, that was fun, but not so much serious as stuff. So, yeah, I guess with this one and the next EP that we're working on currently too, we're just trying to take it to another level, like lyrically, and like I said, Mike could probably elaborate more on that. But
yeah, well, not here.
Yeah, I'll speak for Mike.
But yeah, that's when I did my Let's Review of you guys. That was I like sat down and actually decided to like listen to all your stuff and get in depth with it, and it was really interesting. Just like the names of the songs having those really deep meanings and other ideas behind it, and actually having to like do a lot of research. Like shit, this is work I did not expect.
Yeah, you can blame Mike for that. Yeah, that Let's Play you did, that was awesome. I remember finding that and I was like, oh, this is so cool. You spent like 10 minutes looking at every song, and
yeah,
that was awesome to see.
That was a lot of fun. Hopefully doing more of those. Probably doing for when the album comes out. But so how was your tour with out to the East Coast?
It was good. I mean, it was kind of patched together last minute. So that's how that goes sometimes. But it was fun. I mean, you know, we started in Wisconsin and went out to New York, played our last show in upstate New York. You know, we played Philly out there, which was cool. New York was a fun show. It was like a hardcore show. A female-fronted hardcore band called Apparition, they headlined, and they actually hooked us up with the show through a mutual friend, which was awesome. They were really cool. And yeah, it's just fun hitting the road. We, even with all like the van troubles, we totaled our trailer. You know, stuff that happens. It's fun just like getting in a vehicle with your friends and playing a different city. And you know, there's small shows, you know, because we're just starting. People don't know who we are, but it's great meeting new people and playing music. It's awesome.
I think it was really cool that you were a touring opener, which is something that's like really interesting. It's
yeah.
Like, hey, we're an opening band. We don't want a headline, so could you find people to headline for us?
Yeah. I mean, initially we were gonna hit the road with Oculus, and it was gonna be their headlining tour, and we were just gonna support them. But a couple shows fell through, and it got pretty close to the deadline, and it was just a little iffy here and there. So they obviously, you know, they all have jobs and they have families and stuff, so you can't, you know, risk everything like that. But yeah, we were lucky enough to patch together a few shows, open for people here and there. And yeah, I mean, it worked out. We made it there and back in one piece, so it was a success in my book, I'd say.
So as far as upcoming music in your EP, you got anything you can talk about with that?
Yeah, sure. Trey's writing music, and Mike's writing lyrics right now. They're all working titles right now, so I can't give out any names or anything. But in this one, Trey's expanding a little bit, experimenting on, I don't even know what to call it, but just weirder stuff. You know, it's still heavy, it's metal, but even in our unified EP, there's like some weird, quirky little riffs and stuff, and I think this one goes a little step further. But then again, there's also brutal breakdowns and crazy riffs, and also, you know, the chill melodic parts, which is great. I know Mike wants to focus it more towards even more towards nature, kind of that aspect, and not just like Mother Earth stuff, but even like the mentality of, you know, today in the digital age, you know, everybody's glued to their phone. You kind of lose sight. Me being back here in this yard, like, this is awesome. Like, people, not everybody like has this, and people kind of forget, you know, just getting lost in your computer, your phone, or whatever. And, you know, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, everybody is. But I think, yeah, that's one thing that he wants to focus on more, is just kind of getting back in touch with like the natural world, you know, and not being sucked into everything that's digital. But
that's pretty unique.
Yeah.
So how many songs are you looking at for that?
Probably around 5 or 6.
Okay.
Again, so
all of them like in that really 5-6 minute range, or?
Actually, yeah. One of them is closer to like 9 minutes, I think.
Okay.
So
yeah. There's
some longer ones. Yet to see if we're gonna cut it down or not, but yeah. So definitely not all are gonna be like the 3 to 4 minutes or whatever. So
that was one thing I really liked about the Unified EP, because it was like 4 or 5 minute songs, and you had Panoptes, which was like 3 minutes, and it was really good for that 3 minutes too. But just your songs are so long, but you don't really think they're long, because it's like really just refreshing every couple of bars.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear. Yeah, that's always a concern. When you have a longer song, you don't want to lose the listener and have him get bored or something. Mm-hmm. But again, credit to Trey and his songwriting skills.
All right, so anything else you want to say? Or?
I thank you, man, for having me.
Right.
I appreciate everything that you do with Madtown Underground. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah,
this is really fun. I love working for you guys.
Yeah, no, this is great, man. Appreciate it.
Well, that's it. Thank you for joining us.